Hey everyone, how are you? My name is Danny. Welcome to another video here on Danny's Corner. I would like to talk about YouTube and the vision for the future, and obviously the vision for this channel, as well as for my Spanish channel. Just a quick reminder, I am totally blind. I do have CP, and I've noticed that not only on my Spanish channel, but also here, there are people that come around and usually make bad comments once in a while. Although, for the most part, I have been receiving really good comments, which is a great thing. But there are always going to be those people that are going to say things about you that are not true, and that are only going to try to sabotage your progress or dissuade you in one way or another to stop making videos. And in my case, the more I get these kind of comments, the more that this wants me, gets me to make more videos. I'm more encouraged to do these types of things and to educate more people. But anyway, for those of you who have been following me for a long time, you already know that I have two channels, as I have just mentioned. And one of the problems with having two channels is coming up with content. Certainly there's a lot, but as I have other disabilities besides blindness and CP, it becomes quite hard to keep up with the demands that both channels require. In this case, you have to make videos, then you have to make shorts, and it seems as if, again, YouTube was designed with sighted people in mind. And I'm going to speak more about this on another video. But see, here's a problem with YouTube, and they should have done this from the beginning, I think. As I have two channels, I don't want to repeat the same video twice, meaning doing it in English and another one in Spanish, because it's just a waste of time. This is the way I think. It's just a waste of time being repetitive, and it's just better to make these videos and either caption them in English and Spanish, and then just have an overlay track saying exactly the same thing. Somehow, in my case, for example, that would look like what I'm saying now, and then you guys can go to your subtitle section, and there would be another language track besides the subtitle option, and you would be able to change the language and turn it to Spanish, Portuguese, French, or whatever it is, the language that you speak, and the subtitles would go along with it, which is a great thing, which is something that Netflix started doing. And I think it opens a lot of other possibilities, especially for blind people. For those of you that may have followed Netflix and understand why they did the audio description, it was because of Daredevil. Daredevil was, I think, one of the earlier shows that they audio described, if not the first one. And that was because, well, how are you going to have a show about a blind superhero and there's no audio description? It just doesn't make any sense. And I guess that was an instance where blind people were ignored. You can't do that. And so I do want to applaud Netflix for being the champ in bringing audio description to the mainstream, right? And making sure that that wasn't the only movie or TV show, I should say, that was described, but they've done a really good job at following up with that, and also providing subtitles for each of the movies and shows that they have done. The other thing that I like about Netflix is the way that they are adding their subtitles. Here on YouTube, for example, if I were to go to a video right now, for example, one of the millions or thousands of videos that there are about playing with scammers, for example, who are usually in India. Some of these channels, what they have is text on the screen that translates whatever the Indian scammers are saying into English. And so you're able to see it on the screen as they're talking, which is a great thing. Unfortunately, when it comes to YouTube, and blind people, that's not accessible to us. You can see it, but we are not able to, let's say, scroll down with the flick of the finger or with our arrows and be able to know what something is, even when captions are turned on, because those things, I'm assuming they're embedded into the video. But let's say that Netflix had something similar, right? To where instead of making movies, you could also do this kind of thing that you do on YouTube, for example. There would be a way that Netflix could do these things where blind people can know what's happening, where the screen readers can read the subtitles out loud. In fact, you can do that now, where, I just switch the language from, let's say, English to Spanish, and then I can read the subtitles that are appearing on the screen in that language, or my screen reader will read it for me, which is a great thing. And that would happen with, let's say, embedded text as well. And this is because Netflix has found a way to do that. It would be great if YouTube can have this opportunity where text can be displayed that way, so blind people can have access to that. There's a lot of text, for example, in a lot of the videos here on YouTube, which are not being read by screen readers. And the only way to access the transcript of a particular video is if you go under options, and then view transcript. It's really hard to get to. So again, one of the things that YouTube is coming out with, though, and I hope that in the future they would go more toward what Netflix is doing, is what I'm trying to say. But at least they got the first step going on. And as I said, they should have been doing this from the beginning. The first thing that they are going to be launching sometime next year, from what I have heard, is when a person is in their partner program, those people will have the chance to make their videos in a multi-language format, which was what I was explaining to you. Making one video and just overlaying tracks in different languages. And obviously they would be applying the subtitles. And that way they wouldn't have to have 2 channels or 3 channels, as it takes more time. It takes more manpower. It takes a lot of people just to do the designs and other things, right? And imagine, I'm just a blind YouTuber. I don't get any help making these videos. And as I said before, as I am making videos for 2 channels, it's really exhausting for one person. So just because I'm not here as often making videos, that doesn't mean that I'm not progressing on my other channel. My other channel, for example, has more than 600 subscribers and growing. This is a bit more slower. This is, again, a YouTube channel, making one and trying to come up with topics and other things is really time consuming, and there's just so much time you can dedicate to YouTube without getting burned out. Now just imagine having multiple disabilities, and some of them, such as migraines, getting in the way where it leaves you in bed for 1 or 2 days. You feel fatigued. It does create something of a, what am I going to do now? I'm in the middle of doing this and my health is hindering me from doing all of these great things. So as I said, for the YouTube Partner Program, this is what's rolling out next year from what I understand, which is going to be helpful because a creator can make content in one language and easily just put subtitles and another audio language track in another secondary language. And this would be great too, and I hope that it could work with audio description, where, let's say, instead of another audio track in another language, you can do, instead of that, an audio description. There is, for example, on my Spanish channel, I do a lot of demos of apps or products that I have bought, which I'm going to do here. And unfortunately, one of the things that takes time from me, and a lot of people don't like it, is the length of the videos. Just because as I am showing these products, I have to describe them at length so blind people who are listening to me could understand what's happening. Versus if, let's say, there was another track with audio description added to that, I could easily use that and give myself 2 minutes, let's say, and use it on something else. But in this case, for example, I have to be describing everything that I'm doing, and it just takes more time than I want the video to take. So again, it would be nice if they can incorporate text, if they could also use another form of uploading subtitles to where screen readers can read this. And it also would be nice if they would do something like Instagram is doing. For example, I uploaded a reel on Instagram where I am eating, and I did everything. I uploaded the video, I added the text, which was great. But then Instagram has this feature. I don't know how long it's had it for, but you can actually give text-to-speech anime, I would say, or something, to where it would actually speak out whatever text you write. And so in the actual video, you could hear the voice synthesizer saying whatever is on that text that you had asked it to say. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, but that would be a great option, let's say, to add to some of these shorts, for example, if not long videos. That way blind people would have the capability of knowing what's going on. Facebook also has worked with AI where you don't have to be described the picture, as you guys do not use a screen reader. But somehow Facebook detects if you ask it to, or somehow blind people, and they're able to provide automatic descriptions of the pictures that people are uploading, which is great. But it's in its infancy stage. The last thing that I do want to end with is it's really important for people here on YouTube as well as in other platforms to include some alt text. That means alternative text that can supply more information of what the video is about or what you're doing. Or in Facebook, let's say, you could describe the picture a little bit more for those people who are blind and or visually impaired, because that would help us. Remember that as you grow, your eyesight starts going. It's one of the first things if you don't take care of your eyesight when you're young and or you're middle age. And I guess that's what a lot of people don't understand. And the other thing is, remember that providing a voiceover narration, providing a backstory to what's happening is very important. One of the types of videos that I enjoy is these so-called, quote, Karen videos where, people get arrested, and it's really easy to find out the backstory of these things. Often I find comments like, why don't you, meaning the people, the uploaders, just upload the video and let us watch for ourselves what's happening? Well, that's a disadvantage to blind people in this case, because they don't know what's going on within the video. They might need context. Not everybody is fortunate to see what goes on, and so providing a little bit of description. And if that's not available, it's obviously not. It's only available for those people who have more than 100,000 subs. Somebody like Mr. Beast or any of these other people. But they're not using audio description. I don't know if they can at this point, but they're not utilizing this type of power that they have been given to see if they can expand to another community. And so as a YouTube creator, I think it's up to us to make sure that doors are open and we start creating more inclusive content for everybody. I hope I made myself clear, and hopefully you guys understand the reasons why I can't be uploading all the time. It's a lot of work having to do this by myself, but I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'll be coming up with more stuff. Thank you for joining me. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and I hope that you like this content. Thank you all for watching and listening. Until later.